If your girl cheats on you, good. Party, do drugs, be a degenerate, be mean to people. Power. Pain is power. If something's difficult, you should be excited that it's difficult. You should be very amped up. The most challenging moments of our life are where we grow the most. What's up, boys? In this video, I'm going to discuss some of the lessons that I believe are absolutely critical for men to learn throughout their lives. And I'm going to discuss it in a way that I believe my father would have taught it to me if he was still around. So my father passed away when I was 15. He passed away due to cancer, unfortunately. So I had to grow up on my own without the father figure in my life and learn certain things on my own. I had to discover the pillars of man alone. And in this video, I'm going to be speaking in the context of how I believe my father would have taught these lessons to me. These lessons are pivotal and shape me into the man that I am today. And I'm going to speak it from the voice of my father down here to you guys. One of the most important lessons I learned early on is to stop asking why me. My father died when I was 15. And my initial reaction was, why me? Why did this happen to me? Why my family? And that didn't get me anywhere. I created this victim mindset for myself where life just happened to me. And I was this victim and I couldn't do anything about it. And I used this victim mindset as an excuse to party, do drugs, be a degenerate, be mean to people. I said, because things happen to me, I have now an excuse. I used it as a cop-out, this why me attitude. And what I've learned is having that attitude as it applies to anything in life is wrong. You should never have a why me attitude, no matter what happens to you. If you get fired from your job, if your girlfriend cheats on you, no matter what happens, this why me attitude won't get you anywhere. You won't learn anything from it. As opposed to the why me attitude, you should have a why not me attitude. As in, I'm qualified to deal with anything that comes my way, and in fact, I will. So, when bad things happen to you, number one, take full accountability. Everything is your fault. Even if it's somebody else's fault, it really is like someone else did the thing to you, don't blame them. Because the second you blame someone else, you give them the power and the control over the situation. Instead, what you should do is ask, what could I have done better in this situation so that it didn't happen? What can I do going forward so that it does not happen again? And how can I become better from this? What can I learn? Don't ask why me, ask why not me. When hard things come into your life, take the situation and make the best of it any which way that you can. Grow from it, become better, and make it a pivotal moment of your life and an opportunity to keep rolling and become a better man. Never ask why me, never be a victim. You want to have the empowerment over your emotions and over your life. And you can't do this if you're a victim. Never a victim. Another thing that I learned is, as men specifically, we're going to go through a lot of pain. A lot of pain. There's going to be a lot of things that we deal with through our life that are going to be extremely painful. For example, losing our father, getting our heart broken, losing a job, not getting the things we want out of life can be painful. There's going to be a lot of things in life that bring immense pain to us. And instead of sulking in that pain and letting it eat at you, you should learn to harness the pain and use it as fuel for your goals. And what I mean by this is, for example, I'll keep going back to this, my father passing away. I use that as an excuse to party and be an asshole. I should have taken this pain that I felt and channeled it and taken that pain with me to the gym, taken that pain with me to accelerating my goals, whatever they were in the moment. Any pain or negative emotion you feel, if you have the power to control the way you think, you can use it as fuel for your goals. Use it as power. Pain is power. If your girl cheats on you, good. Use the energy from her cheating on you and become a monster. Any pain we're delivered in life is a gift. It's a blessing from God. When you ask God for something, He delivers it to you in the form of a problem. If you ask for more patience, He's going to send a lot of people in your life who will test your patience. You're constantly being tested. Know that when you go through hard times. This is a test. I can take this and let it destroy me or become better from it. Try and become better from everything thrown at you. Anything and everything. Another thing that I learned that was really important to me is that you are the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time around. That is a true fact. The people that you spend the most time with, you will become like. If you hang out with a bunch of people that are smoking weed on a daily basis, you're probably going to end up smoking weed on a daily basis. If you're hanging around a bunch of people that think drinking every weekend is normal, you're going to end up drinking every weekend, or at least thinking that that is the norm. Whereas the latter is true. If you hang out with people that are up at 4 a.m. every day, chasing their goals vigorously, it's going to inspire you to do the same. We are the sum of the people we spend the most time with, whether it is family, whether it is friends, whether it's co-workers, it doesn't matter. Understand this, and you could use this to your advantage as well. If you don't have people in your life who are on the same mission as you, cut them out. If it's family, you can love them from a distance. Spend limited time with them, but where you spend the majority of your time should be around or with people who are on the same thing you are. And if you can't get access to these people, you can do things like consume a bunch of YouTube, books, podcasts, Audible books, anything you can get your hands on that come from people that you relate to. So what I did early on is once I realized my purpose and I realized what I wanted to do with my life, I looked around left, right, and I realized there wasn't too many people in my circle who aligned with that. So I started to distance myself from them a bit. And instead, I picked up a bunch of books. I went so hard with the podcast and the YouTube from people that I idolized. And I learned from that. So you can spend time with people indirectly as well. That counts. You don't have to be in the same room as them. It's better off if you are, but you don't have to be. So that being said, do the best you can to spend the majority of the time around people who will propel you forward in your life and not pull you backwards. Another piece of this is don't take advice from anyone that you don't want to be like. That means your parents, that means your teachers, that means your friends, that means your coworkers. Never take advice from anyone that you don't want to be like, look like, or live like. Yes, your family is going to give you advice, but not all of your family are going to be the type of people that you want to aspire to be like. So what I mean by this is, if I want to be very rich entrepreneur who's in very good shape and can speak very well, I'm not going to take advice from, for example, a cousin who works at McDonald's, even though he's older than me, because he's not living a life that I want to live. However, I would take advice from someone like Andrew Tate or like Arnold Schwarzenegger if I really wanted to get in fantastic shape. Whoever emulates what you're looking to do with your life, those are the people you want to listen to. And you could pull bits and pieces from others. For example, if I want to get in great shape and become rich and become an entrepreneur, I could take advice from someone who's in great shape, but they're broke. But I'm only going to listen to their advice about fitness. I'm not going to listen to their advice about money. And the same goes for someone who's really rich, but they have a barrel. I'm not going to take their fitness advice, but I'll take their business advice. So be very careful who you take advice from. Be very picky about whose advice you actually take. Because your parents are going to give you advice, whether you ask for it or not. The question is the advice applicable to what you are looking to do? You never disrespect your parents or your family or anyone who's trying to help you. Take the advice. Okay, thank you very much. But don't apply it. Don't use it. Only use the advice from people who you want to live like and be like. But how could you know who you want to live like and be like? You have to identify a clear goal. That is extremely important. As a man, we derive our life out of purpose, out of fulfilling our goals, out of becoming a better person, out of becoming someone in this world, having meaning, having a meaning in this world. Doing something of purpose is where we derive our pleasure. So we have to identify a clear set goal of what we're looking to do in our lives so that we can wake up every day and work vigorously toward it. Without a clear goal, we're going to wake up and do the things we feel like doing every day. And as men, what do we want to do? We want to fuck. We want to mess around with chicks. We want to play video games, smoke dope. These are the things that give us the immediate hits of dopamine that we're going to want to do. But if you don't have a clear set purpose, it's going to be very easy to fall into the bad things. When you have a clear goal, everything else, your vision becomes clear. You have an understanding of where you're looking to go, what you're looking to do, whose advice you could take from, who you should surround yourself around. But you need the goal first. You need to understand where you want to go. That is extremely important. If you don't know what you want to do with your life, you're going to fuck your life away. That's the truth. When you're trying to identify what you want to do with your life, I always say follow your gut. Really take some time, meditate, and think about this for weeks and weeks and weeks on end until it comes to you. But I always say to follow your gut over your mind, because sometimes your mind gets clouded with emotion. And emotion is come and go. It's temporary. They don't last. However, when you know something to be true inside, when you really have that passion to do something, and you feel it here, trust it. Your gut feeling is the voice of God. That feeling, that gut feeling, is your moral compass. That is God telling you what to do. Follow that. If you're ever lost, follow your gut. Anytime I've followed my gut, I have never regretted it. And anytime I went against it, I ended up feeling off and like I was doing the wrong thing. Your gut will tell you a lot about which direction to go. Now, once you identified a clear set goal, well, now you need to figure out how the hell you're going to get there. You could do a lot of research on YouTube. You could read books on the thing. You could do a lot of things. One of the things that I learned that saved me so much time is just by identifying what I want to do, finding someone who's done it successfully, and paying them in a mentorship program. This is what I did because when I wanted to learn how to do an Amazon FBA business, I identified someone doing it successfully, and I just paid them to learn. And in less than a year, I had a warehouse, I scaled to wholesale, I had a team. In less than a year. Do you really think I could have done that on my own just watching YouTube? No, I couldn't have. When I wanted to learn how to invest in cryptocurrency and what it all was, I could have YouTubed all day long, but instead I paid mentors to teach me. When I wanted to learn how to become a coach, I paid mentors to learn. I found the best ones and I paid to learn. When I wanted to get relationship advice, I went to the people that I knew with the most successful relationships and I asked them. When I wanted to learn how to budget my money, I went to the person I knew who knew how to budget his money the best and I asked him. And it saves you so much time and energy. as opposed to trying to figure these things out on your own. Time is money, but you can use money to get time. And if you don't have money to buy time, use your time for money and then reinvest the money into getting your time back. So work 10 jobs if you got to work 10 jobs. Because then take that money and invest it into something that's going to teach you faster, save you so much time. Another thing that is super important is once you identify a clear goal and you understand what you want to do, make decisions fast. Don't wait, don't hesitate, because the waiting period is where people get trapped. You get stuck in this waiting period and you end up staying the same for months and months and years. And don't get caught up on the I don't know where to start. Don't do that. Don't worry about where to start. Don't worry about the whole staircase. Worry about the first step. You can never go wrong by just taking a step forwards. Even if it's not the right thing, the right first step, it's better than nothing, because nothing gets you nowhere. If nothing changes, nothing changes. So once you identify something, take action quickly. Go, 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 go. You'd rather just take the action and fail, and now you've learned, you know exactly what not to do, and you're one step closer than if you would have taken another week to watch 20 more YouTube videos on the subject. I just spit. Anyways, take the action quickly. This is what I did. I never hesitated. When I wanted to move to Florida, I came here on vacation in May, and I was here by July. I had to end a relationship, restructure my contract at my job. I had to get rid of my Amazon warehouse, restructure my whole team. I had to break the lease with my landlord. I had to do a lot of shit, and I did it fast, because I had the gut feeling that I need to go to Florida and chase my dreams. That is what it's all about. Just quick action. Do it now. Do it now. Do it tired. Do it poor. Do it sad. Do it mad. Do it full of anxiety. Do it alone. Do it. Don't wait. Whatever it is in your life that means something to you, do not hesitate to do it. When you go forward with someone or a mentorship, or you find a way to learn the thing you wanted to learn, the key is application. Do it. If you have unlimited knowledge, you can have knowledge from the most smart human being in the world who's doing exactly what you want to do with your life, and they could give you everything that you need to succeed in that field. If you don't apply the knowledge is now wasted. It means zilch, zero, nothing. Knowledge without application is useless. In fact, it's almost damaging because it sets you back. You wasted all this time acquiring all this knowledge to do nothing with it. When you have the knowledge, apply it and use it, effective, immediate. Do not waste time with this either. Another pivotal skill that I needed to learn was delayed gratification. Doing things for the future version of myself as opposed to the now version of myself. And this is with everything. When you do things for the future version of yourself, you reap the rewards later, and they're greater than you would have had if you did it in the moment. Let me give you an example. When it applies to fitness, if I would have just ate everything I wanted to eat for a full year, it would have took me years and years and years to look like this. But instead, I put the donuts to the side and I ate the beef and chicken for a year. And then I looked like this. And now I get to walk around confident, jacked, happy, looking like a He-Man, because I didn't do what I wanted to do in that moment. I served this person. Now, when I make decisions going forward, I always make it for a future version of myself. And this is a great way to help you make decisions regardless of what they are. I make decisions for a 90-year-old version of myself sitting in his rocking chair, old and aching, and I ask him what I should do. When I have a tough decision, I say, "Future Devin, do you think I should take this risk or should I play safe here?" And 99% of the time, the answer is take the risk. Delay the gratification. It's always greater later. A key indicator is if you're doing something that is very enjoyable in the moment, it's very much feeding your dopamine receptors in the moment, it's probably bad for you later. But if you feel the suck now, it's probably better for you in the long run. Like waking up early feels like shit in the moment. You never want to get up, but after you do it for a while, you start to buy so much time back. You have more hours in your day, and now in tune, you become more successful. And then when you get down the road and look back, you're so happy you woke up early all those days. When you're trying to build a business, saying no to those parties suck now. You really want to go with everything in your body. It sucks to say no. But a month, 2 months, 3 months down the road, when you have a more successful business and you're more successful overall, and everyone else is still doing the same shit, you'll be happy you skipped that party. Delayed gratification. Don't do things for this version of yourself. Do things for the future version of yourself every single time. This is key. If we want to grow, we have to make tough decisions. We have to do things outside of the grains of the norm, right? We have to take risks. So being comfortable with taking risks is a pivotal lesson that I've learned in my life. Anytime I've taken a risk on something, I have never regretted it, not once, even if it failed. Because I learned and I became better and I built more confidence in myself by taking the chance. Take the chance. Do the risk. Always, 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 always take risks as men, because if you're not taking risks, then you're staying the same. If you're staying the same, you're not growing. If you're not growing, you're not getting closer to your goals and you're wasting your life away. Take the risks. The best things in life are on the other side of risk. If I didn't take the risk, I'd never be here talking to you right now. In a lot of things in my life. Risk is key. You can't avoid risk. You have to take the risk to get to where you want to be. There's not always a guaranteed that you're going to get to where you want to go if you make said decision. But what's the alternative? You sit back and do nothing instead? And you just stay the same? You have to be comfortable with risk. And I say comfortable in the sense of just get used to it. Because it never really feels comfortable. It never really feels like, okay, this is really easy to do. You just do it anyways. Do it anyways. For me, I make decisions like this. I'm so used to risk at this point. It's my default setting. Risk, easy, done, okay? Anytime I've taken risk, I've won. So where's the risk? Give it to me. Let's go. I'd rather do that than stay complacent any day of the week. When something in your life is going to be challenging and you know that, never back down. Never shy away from it. The most challenging moments of our life are where we grow the most. Think about that. Any difficult thing that you've ever gone through, and then you've come out on the other side, did you come out better or worse? The difficult things in our lives are pivotal opportunities to grow and become better versions of ourselves. When my father passed away, that was terrible. That was one of the most difficult things I ever went through. But the lessons I learned throughout the years and the man that I became, I wouldn't want it any other way. I'm me because of what happened to me. If these things didn't happen, I wouldn't be me. So get used to it, right? Get used to it. Don't shy away from difficult things. If something's difficult, you should be excited that it's difficult. You should be very amped up that something difficult is about to happen to you, because you're about to grow. You are about to become a better person from this difficult thing that you're about to face. You are going to have to struggle in the moment, but in the end, delayed gratification, you're going to be a better person. These are opportunities from God as well. They're gifts. Any challenge and struggle is a gift. Don't shy away from difficulty. In fact, embrace it. Ask for it. Ask for the difficulty, because you know on the other side of difficulty, you come out better. Never back down from difficult challenges. Face them head on. Want them. Strive for them. Go for the difficult thing. You'll always come out better if you do this. I'm currently 26 years of age. There are still 99% of the people my age that go to work Monday through Friday, and the second 5 o'clock on Friday hits, they go straight to the bar, drink their faces off all weekend, watch football all Sunday long, and then just repeat the same thing over and over and over and over and over. And that is the norm. And that is what I like to call people who focus on happiness. Men who focus on happiness. When you focus on happiness, you lead a path of hedonism. What makes men happy when you think of it just off the top of your head? Sex, woman, football, pizza. None of these things are good for us. Zero. So when you focus on happiness, you lead a path of hedonism. And you end up less happy in the end because you took the easy route. Do not focus on happiness. Focus on purpose. Align yourself with your purpose. Figure it out. Focus on that. Everything that you have to do to get to the said goal that you have is going to be pain, struggle, difficult, and challenge. Focus on the goal, not the happiness. Focus on doing the task every single day that's going to get you closer to the goal and not worrying about the result. Just focus on doing the thing you're supposed to do every single day, no matter how you feel. Your feelings don't matter. Don't focus on women, ever. When you make women the main focus of your life, they are repulsed. They don't want a man who makes them the main focus and puts the job or the business or their own physical condition on the back burner. If a woman falls in love with you, it's for who you are then. If you then start dating her and make her number one priority and let your physical health deteriorate, let your business deteriorate, she's going to be repulsed. Never focus on women. Either way, it doesn't serve you in any way, shape, or form. When you focus on women first, you get nowhere. Instead, focus on your purpose, focus on your mission. When you're a driven man, when you work your tail off to become better every single day, women are innately attracted to that anyways. You know how many dudes are thirsty as hell, hitting these chicks in the DM like, ugh, so hot. That shit is disgusting. When you could be the one guy that just focuses on his shit and doesn't care about the outcome with the woman, you're immediately at the top of the list because you're setting yourself aside, setting yourself apart. Never make women the main focus. It's not the answer. It won't get you anywhere, even if you want a family one day, which I do. I want a family and a bunch of babies. But I'm not tripping over a girl, and I never will. Never will. It's a horrible decision. A lot of us growing up play video games. We love video games. I love video games. I was a big Madden guy. I liked Call of Duty. I liked Fortnite. I loved all these games. It's so fun, especially like Grand Theft Auto when you get to upgrade your character. It's amazing. Stop playing video games. If you are not currently at the peak of your life, you have reached this goal that you set for yourself, and you're rich and your family's straight and you're in great condition, don't play video games. You are wasting your energy and your time. Make your life a video game. Upgrade your character, which is you in real life. You want to get supercars in Grand Theft Auto? No, get them in real life. Make your life the video game. Do side missions, side jobs to upgrade your character of life. Make life the video game. Don't play the video games. The video games don't get you anywhere. Your life can be a video game if that's what you make it. But you have to make it that. This one hit home. Motivation is bullshit. It doesn't do anything for you in the end. Because you're going to feel motivated some days, and some days you're not. Regardless of the way that you feel, you must do the thing that needs to be done. So if I focus on motivation, then what happens the days I don't wake up motivated? I just don't do the thing? Nope. I have to do it anyways. Do the thing you're supposed to do, regardless of the way that you feel. Your feelings don't matter. When you're a man and you're chasing your purpose, you do things regardless of how you feel. And when you do things regardless of how you feel, you end up feeling amazing in the end. So don't focus on emotion and feelings. Leave that to the woman and children. Yes, we have emotions as men. We are actually very emotional. Anger, pain, sadness, happiness, joy. We want a little TLC too. We want some love. But don't focus on that. Emotions come and go. Focus on the mission. And as you get closer and closer to the mission and to the goal, Your emotions and your feelings will elevate just in naturally. Don't worry about the feelings. Do the thing you're supposed to do regardless of the way that you feel. And don't focus on the result. You can have these big goals, right? And you're gonna be wanting this big result out of what you're chasing, fair enough, but don't focus on the result because that will drive you mad. A lot of the things that we chase in life, that we try and strive for, we set timelines on, but we're not on our time, we're on God's time. And sometimes that time is not the right time. So if you focus on the result, there's a better chance you'll end up giving up. Don't focus on the result. Focus on doing the thing. Whatever the goal is, figure out the leading indicators, as in if I do these things every day, there's a less and less and less chance that I will fail. And there's a higher and higher and higher chance I will reach said goal. And then focus on just being consistent and disciplined. Doing the thing every single day, not focus on the result. So I know if I want to get in great shape, and every single day I got rest, I ate great foods, and I went to the gym and trained as hard as humanly possible, then I know eventually I'll get in great shape. So as long as I did the things, I'm happy. I'm not upset that I did that for 2 weeks and I don't look like Hercules. Because I'm not being unrealistic with my goals, yes, but I'm just focused on doing the thing that I need to do, and that's it. Not tripping over the result. The result will come. It will drive you mad if you trip over the result. It happened to me until I became a consistency-based person. Focus on just doing the thing. Your feelings don't matter. We have feelings as men. It's okay to feel things. It's not okay to not do what you're supposed to do because you feel things. That is not acceptable. A lot of the times, consistency is boring. It's not fun, it's not flashy, and no one in your life is probably going to be on the same consistency you are. It's rare. But if you can be that one consistent guy, you will eventually lap everyone. But it's not going to be the most fun experience. But again, like I said, as long as you're not focused on the fun, who gives a shit? Fall in love with the boring, the mundane, doing the same thing every single day. That boringness will lead you to the most pivotal amounts of success you can possibly fathom. When you focus on the result, you lose your mind. When you focus on happiness, you lose your mind. Don't focus on your feelings. Focus on doing the thing every single day, regardless of how you feel, and you will eventually get to the result. Motivation is bullshit. We have feelings. You're going to feel motivated and not feel motivated some days. Doesn't matter. Do what you're supposed to do regardless. Make your life a video game. Learn to love the boring. Learn to love the boring. That is the best thing that you could do no matter what age, because consistency is king. Love you, boys. See you in the next one.